for black people. Once again, typically so-called white people are in a higher socioeconomic status, so they make more money. Therefore, they're gonna have more benefits to not get food stamps. All right. Welfare. All right. Welfare is 22% and 26%. So that's only a 4% difference in welfare. All right. It's a lot of Edomites out here on welfare, man. Okay. And that you got Edomites, you got low-level Edomites and high Edomites that take welfare, man. Okay. It's all about how you word things and when it comes to those applications. All right. But that's still only a 4% difference. Okay. But now we getting into unemployment insurance. 25% for the Edomites and 14% for the Israelites. Okay, so you got unemployment insurance. So when people get unemployment, you know, a lot of Jake don't be getting off with their unemployment, man. And that's a 11% difference, man. Okay, that's 11% difference when they get off and get that in unemployment. They're able to save their money and last longer without getting another job. Okay. The next one is Social Security. Okay, Social Security. Now, this is the largest separation between the two groups, between so-called white people and so-called black people. The so-called white people on the left column and the so-called black people in the middle column. I don't quite understand the one on the third one, the bright green. But it says Social Security 33% and for the so-called white people, and so-called black people get 6%. Social Security, man. You know how much funding? I work with a business that uses Social Security for our clients. Social Security, man, is when they get disabilities. They get funding for different methods of getting payments. So if you receive Social Security, them people can receive anywhere from $400 to $700 to $1,200 to $1,500 to $2,000 a month, man. These people are getting paid, and that depends on multiple children. So if you got one child, if you got 3 different children that have so-called disabilities, and sometimes these disabilities are high functioning. So it could be a smaller disability that might not even inhibit this individual from working, but they'll have Social Security, so they might not feel like they have to work, or they put that towards their household. Man, you know what somebody could do if the parent has a full-time job or as a doctor, but the child is receiving $2,000 from Social Security and don't have to work? And that's a long disparity, man. 33% and 6%. So-called black people, and so-called black people have so many mental conditions, and that's also being unaware that this service is available. But I think this is more of an updated version on these next paragraph. What it says the numbers reflect a significant overestimation of the number of black Americans benefiting from the largest programs. Medicaid, that's about health, had more than 70 million beneficiaries in 2016, of whom 43% were whites, 18% were black, and 30% Hispanic. So the majority there is the so-called Edomites, man. All right. They get 43% from Medicaid, man. So when it comes to health, that's what they got, the opioid addictions and health problems. You know what I mean? People in the so-called black community have health conditions, man. And that's a lot of goes back to the curses. Jake eating pork and shrimp and crab and lobster, and feeding our people with less foods that are good for them. We always talk about this. Jake has to go to Aldi's and Walmart, while the Edomites have to go to Whole Foods and Trader Joe's, so they get better food. But nonetheless, it still end up getting higher Medicaid, man. Okay. It says of 43 million food stamp recipients this year, 36.2% were white, 25.6% black, 17% Hispanic, and 15.5% unknown. Okay, so in 2016, whites were getting more food stamps than so-called blacks, man. Okay, and by the way, you so-called white people are not white, you're red, according to the Holy Bible. All right, according to Genesis, the 25th chapter, the birth of the name Esau. All right, which his name was changed to Edom, which in the Hebrew is Adawam, which means red. Okay, you when you start looking at your skin, start noticing that you are not white. You are not the color of your Hanes t-shirt. All right, you're the color of the stove when it turns hot. You're closer to pink and red because your blood shows forth through your skin. Okay, but yeah. So going back, and black people are not, so-called black people are not black. They are brown. All right, different shades of brown. All right, so it says food stamps are formerly known as the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. And So more white people were getting food stamps than so-called black people in 2016. Okay? So it goes on. The federal government doesn't run a program that is actually called welfare. The word can describe any instance of the government helping people of businesses, though it's most commonly used to describe programs that benefit the poor. Okay, so they had this thing called welfare reform that they try to do to get a better understanding on it, and try to change what it's catered to. Okay, historically, temporary assistance for needy families is probably the program that has most frequently been called welfare. Welfare. So, temporary assistance for needy families, as it was created in the famous welfare reform of 1996. As a result of that reform, the program today is much smaller than its predecessor, aid to families with dependent children, and only served 2.7 million people in 2016. Of course, 36.9% were Hispanic, 27.6% white, and 29% black. All right, so that was the older one that they had. And see, they changed the program too. And they these so-called white people get information about these new programs that come out. Jake has to kind of learn about it. Okay, so it says they're about the same. We're basically right. So let me go down to this paragraph right here. Across the programs, people overestimate the share of recipients who are black, said Elizabeth Lower Bash, a senior analyst with the Center of Law and Social Policy. It's not surprising because we know all people's image of public benefits is driven by stereotype. All right, so these people are foolish. So now bridge me to my verse. This is Proverbs 18, and I started 2. Okay, it says, a fool has no delight in understanding, but that his heart may discover itself. All right, so a fool has no delight in understanding. He don't have no delight in actually searching these things out. He's going to go based off his stereotypes and what he thinks he knows. When the wicked cometh, then cometh also contempt with ignominy reproach. All right, so when the wicked cometh, there cometh also contempt, man. These people are foolish people. Okay? It is not good to accept the person of the wicked to overthrow the righteous in judgment. So don't accept him just because he got on a suit, just because he's speaking smooth things. It says, verse 7, a fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul. Okay, so that's what happened to these people. This is why we can't trust men like this, man. All right, you don't trust a man like this that's speaking down on your people and disrespecting our people constantly. All right, let's get Ciroc. Because these men are out for our people being destroyed. Okay, this is Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. All right, so as iron is going to rust, man, so is his wickedness. So the scriptures say, never trust thine enemy, man. Never trust thine enemy, man. This man here, of course, he wants to delete the video now, but as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness, man. Let me see if I can get it back. They try to throw off your videos, Luckily, I saved it to watch it. How about Shimmy? So look at this man. Saying things like this. I'm going to ask them. Why are you begging? Begging, man. He's saying these people are begging. Let's see if I can find that. Son, lead not a beggar's life, for it's better to die than to beg. I do believe sometimes so-called black people depend on government aid more than they need to. But our people are in dire straits, man. Our people are in a state of, their people are being oppressed. Our people can't a lot of times afford to get out of this. They're getting paid minimum wages with better to die than to beg, man. Okay? But this man here, he's calling our people beggars. When your people are just as much as beggars, man. Every time I drive on the street, man, I see panhandling ass beggars, Edomites out in the corner, man. That's because the curses of Deuteronomy 28, 15 on down are coming onto you people, man. The Lord is a transition of spiritual power happening right now. And you so-called white people are going to start receiving the curses that are on the nation of Israel, man. And according to the Bible, Revelation 13 chapter, you're going to go into slavery. Okay? You're going to go into slavery under the nation of Israel. So we're going to see who the ones who are going to be begging for scraps. Okay, and this is why these people have to be completely and utterly destroyed, because they speak loftily concerning oppression. They don't care about our people, man. And this was written by an Israelite, by Maria Perez. All right, September 15, 2008 from Newsweek. All right, so I got the scriptures I want to get on that, man. Men like this are wicked men. All right, and his people are wicked people. And that's why they do these things, and that's why they say these things to our people. They call us black Hebrew Israelites. The term black is void of light, man. And we are not void of light. 2/3 of our people are still void of light and are those dry, dead bones. But the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, the Lord's elect, are rising up to show the world the light of who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, man. Whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ is going to come and going to make you a footstool. All right. He said he shall make our enemies a footstool, man. All right. So you people are going to be up under the foot of the nation of Israel. And we're praying and seeking that day, man, because woe be unto the day of the Lord for you, man. All right. So with that, I'm going to say all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the house of David, the elect, those who are doing the work of the Heavenly Father, to all those who are scattered abroad. All right. Shalom.